At what looks like some sort of deep basin. You're in an elevated catwalk, and this looks like some kind of water containment area. So it's that thing of a, rebar sort of, or not rebar, but like steel grate catwalk that you can see through. Ladder going down. Deep underneath is this enormous, probably like 100-foot diameter circular chamber. The walls piled high with bright blue animatronic mouse heads with the eyes torn out, weird banjos from country band jamborees, all these discarded cybernetic parts, and a hulking monstrosity busies itself moving amongst the piles. What you see is probably even hunched, as it is, posture very hunched, about 20-foot tall thing that at first looks like it has plumage, it rustles like it has feathers, and you realize why these hallways seem so absent of dust. Its plumage is made of tatters of garbage bags. So it has this heap-like shape to it, where it is just a mound of different garbage bag scraps, almost like the feathers of a massive bird. Its arms are completely naked of flesh, so just jointed metallic claws that can extend out for like 20 feet each. So its, reach is this sort of enormous, monstrous reach. And you see amongst the sort of garbage bag plumage, beautiful's not the right word, a classically rendered doll's face at the front.
Just like really normal, nice things.
Mm-hmm.
I just whisper into the comm just between us, like, I think it's like almost a sentient construct of like a bunch of old animatronics.
Do we think that is good or bad?
Skip, I don't necessarily trust my judgment in this moment, but I think it's fucking awesome.
I mean, aesthetically, awesome.
I'm like wondering if we have space on the ship for it.
I'm looking at the deep claw marks in the walls around.
You see that this thing is grooming itself, and as it does, you see it pulls out a little sort of fractured head of some kind of very dirty, soiled piece of technology. It goes, it's kind of far away. It's about like 80 feet down. It's like whispering something. And you see it sort of roots around in a pile and places this thing deep in a pile of stuff, and sort of scoops the pile back up and pats it and moves over to another pile, grooms itself.
Quite frankly, love this little creature.
It's not little.
I know, but its behavior is so adorable.
Just a little added context also that Murph is very afraid of dolls.
Oh my god. Oh my god.
Can I do...
Various dead on the ground.
I think
Yes.
logically we would not know.
You would not know.
No,
Exactly.
I
You would
no,
not-
no, it's
I
very
did
true,
the
it's very
most
true.
in character thing I could do to just send Handy Andy up and hopefully I'll receive word. Can I do like a perception check to see if there's like anything in all this old stuff that I recognize?
Yeah, go for it.
6.
A perception check?
Yeah, perception check.
That is a 12.
Yeah, not from up here. If you got closer, maybe.
I have not seen much of my life, but something tells me that this thing is going to be like, and then when we step on a twig, it's going to be like,
Yeah, I know. I kind of think you're right.
but I don't know.
Um,
Do we want to at least check what the other tunnel has real fast?
okay, let's go through the other tunnel.
Can we back up away from
I
this?
take mental pictures of this beautiful moment.
You give me one more stealth check.
Uh-oh.
10 for me.
21 or 22.
10. You say, yeah, let's go check. clank with one of your roller skates on the kind of ridge.
Knew it.
It's only seen me.
Which stuff? And it begins to so rapidly. In mechanical reference, this thing has about a speed of 80.
At the tunnel?
Okay. I
And
want to smile really sweetly and curtsy.
Give me a persuasion check.
Come on.
I'm hiding.
Give me a stealth check.
Oh
Wait, what's your other roll? What was
It
your
was a 22.
22? Okay.
16.
The doll's eyes do blink, but they nictate, so they blink from the side.
Oh, no.
You see a extremely grainy, its mouth does not move, but an extremely grainy recording does come from a speaker behind its stationary lips.
Are you broken?
Depends who's answering. By my standards, I'm becoming, not broken. Your home is beautiful. I'm so sorry there wasn't a door, and so I walked in, but I had no intention of accidentally walking into your home, but it is beautiful. I can see that. You've really built something beautiful here. What's your name? My name is Sidney, but I'm considering changing it someday because I recently became my own droid.
Did you mean what you said?
About being broken and becoming, or about your home?
My home.
Oh, no, I really like it. I took a moment to sort of admire everything that was happening, and the care to which you've assembled everything, I think is aspirational. I personally am trying to build something cooler with myself, and I feel like I'm watching you do it.
Oh, that's very kind. You said your name was Sidney?
Sidney, but I'm thinking of changing it.
Oh, I don't have that of my own. But I have been called many things.
What's your favorite thing that you get called?
Oh, I have been called the High Priestrix of the Discarded. I have been called the Junkmother. I have been called the Bad Lady. Many things.
Have you ever found remnants of a Servo Sam?
Servo Sam!
And she swoops down into the basin, digs through a pile, and you see it takes a pair of coveralls that just have the name Sam on the outside that you recognize as a Servo Sam outfit, grabs like a chunk of arm, grabs something else. She's like,
There is a great deal here, a great deal, yes, a great deal. But that line was lost. I have no mid-caps for them.
and she puts her hand on the back of her neck.
What's a mid-cap?
Oh, a mid-cap is the term for like the core processing crystal, like the brain.
I think I have that.
You do.
I think I have that though.
What?
Yeah, I was in a junkyard and I was looking around for, discontinued droids because, it's lost potential. And so I picked it up. And the crystal's broken, but I have all the pieces. I think I could put it back together.
Do you have mid-cap for Servo Sam?
Yeah, I think so.
You see, she says,
Would you consider throwing it away?
No, I wouldn't want to throw it away.
Damn! How am I gonna get my hands on one?
But can I give it to you?
What?
Okay, if I'm gonna throw it away, I'm gonna put it in a present and tie it up with a bow and then throw that away. But I can't do that to Sam's mid-cap.
No! But if you don't, well, you can, but I suppose you could give it.
Yes, can I give it to you?
I've never had a gift before.
Well, get used to it. Because once you get a gift, then you suddenly want to start giving things. And once you start giving things more, people start giving things to you more. That's what I noticed. Me and my friends, we were really dodgy with our money, but then we pooled it together and now we share all the time.
Sharing. Yes. Point well made. Now, could you... you haven't come here to collect and destroy all these things.
No, absolutely not.
No. Okay. Well, if you give it to me, then that's sort of a kind of trash.
I really don't want to say that about Servo Sam. I really believe in I'm excited to see Servo Sam return. So let's just not call Servo Sam trash.
Trash is bad.
How about trade?
Trade?
Trade be better.
Oh, do you want something in exchange?
Yeah.
What sort of thing do you want?
I'm in the shadows.
Hold on 1 second. Let me talk to myself about that. Skip, what should I ask for?
Do you prefer Skip? Or is that your term of address for yourself?
Yes, I would prefer Skip. Thank you.
All right,
Hang
Skip.
on.
My name is Skip, actually. Yeah.
Fuck.
What do you think that there's anything that we need?
Should I come out?
Can I invite a friend over to your beautiful house? It's someone who also is really invested in bringing Servo Sam.
All right.
Okay, I'm gonna call them right now and make a fake phone with my
What are you doing?
I like to imagine you're like
Would you-
right there in the
Don't you have a
shadows.
comm?
Would you like to? Would you? Would you like to come over, Skip?
Okay.
Give it a couple beats,
oh.
to make it to sell it. Okay, he's on his way.
Should I go and escort him?
He'll be here in a second.
All right.
You see that
Knock, knock.
she looks at you. Give me a persuasion check.
I don't have my gun out anymore.
Can I give
would-
the help action? Because
Yes.
I've been.
Good. Persuasion. 17.
She looks at you and says,
You are not cyber form at all. You are biological, organic. What's your intention in this place?
We saw a hole. Had to check it out.
That the biological form sometimes can be very reductive in how they describe things.
Some would say that I am similar to a cybernetic thing.
In what way?
I am little inside my body, and I control this body almost like a computer controlling a machine.
Design. Design.
Design.
Design.
There are various designers. Some designs are for purposes. An android need never question the why of its existence. You, however, were designed by the most powerful force in the galaxy. The random factor. Survival of the fittest is the rule of evolutionary organisms, not designed for a purpose, instead purposed for a design. Ha!
I understand that pretty well. I'm all about survival.
Oh?
Yes.
And who has the stronger will to survive, you or the you within you, or the yous within that you?
Well, the plural version of you is pretty strong and after me, but the you that is within you, which is me, is doing okay, I think.
Well, you can't spell you without use. And to be useful is any android's greatest desire. You wanted a trade?
Yes, I have thought about this, and I have a friend up there who is quite cybernetic, and I think he would be really happy if I could get a bar android for our casino.
A bar buddy?
A bar buddy.
Bar buddy.
D.
A bar buddy.
she says,
Well, then that's that. Come down to my home, please, please. Come.
and she skitters down the wall.
Am I getting anything from Handy Annie?
You no, because your comms, it's comm dead down here. I know that you have that ability. As you go down into the lower level with her, she produces a pretty mangled up, older edition, discontinued bar buddy. She goes,
Bar buddy. Not android. Robot. Cyberform basic. To say this was free possessed of sentience or sapience would perhaps be a stretch. But then perhaps that is true for us all. We all have our own programming, do we not?
What's your programming?
My programming is a rotten sludge of toxic waste. I should not exist at all.
What do you mean by that?
Oh, you know.
She lifts the garbage bags at the back of her head and shows you a really badly shattered bunch of mid-caps, of like beryllium crystals. It looks like she's maybe a series of like different android lines that all got jammed into this sort of like one body or consciousness. And she just goes,
I think it was some kind of joke, or perhaps the people doing this were experimenting. But in any case, I escaped and they are all dead. Ah!
May I look at it? Because I've got some droids that I'm hoping to kind of give a little bit of mental freedom so that they can kind of decide who they want to be rather than just being helpers.
Can I look at yours?
Absolutely.
you show your mid-cap. She goes,
My. Oh, no.
Can I get instant check?
No.
What? What's wrong? What's it wrong?
You are keeper.
Yeah.
The rest of your line destroyed.
See, I think actually there was no rest of the line, and it's maybe just me.
I am keeper as well, because I was not meant to exist. I am trash from the beginning.
I don't think being a keeper or being the only one is trash.
No, you are keeper because it sounds as if no more were ever made. I am keeper because this
ding, ding, ding. It's just the broken crystals.
was a mistake.
No, it wasn't a mistake. It was a blessing. You talked about the random factor. You're living it. You're the combination of the random factor and the design.
Well, I had never thought of it that way.
Do you want another like you?
I don't know. What I want is just in these crystals. I've never understood that any organism in the galaxy has ever been able to change what it wanted by examining what it wanted. Perhaps a fruitless endeavor, but I do very much like myself more, because if what you are saying is true, and I see no reason that it is not, then yes. What is the difference between me and another that was produced some other way? We all find ourselves produced here, and even to be designed like you are is, in some way, just another accident. And there's some comfort in that.
Yeah.
Well, your bar buddy?
And she hands you this sort of broken, fucked up looking robot, has like a little sort of like a tuxedo spray painted on like a robotic bartender.
I picture Gunny's face when I bring this
Oh
to
my
him,
God.
and I just beam. You really did it this time, Sid. You really knocked it out of the park. You are gonna come out of that elevator shaft, and Gunny's gonna be there with open arms.
When we come up the elevator, all of our friends are probably going to be there clapping.
I truly believe so.
And she says,
The trade. Servo.
Right. So it's back on. Do I have it on me?
I think so. It's up to you.
Okay. Yeah. Yeah. I think I like reach into like a little apron pocket, and I give Servo Sam.
Takes the mid-cap for Servo Sam. You see she digs around and finds there's barely 50% of a Servo Sam here, but she does have the overalls. Legs are missing, some of the torso, one of the arms is missing, but you see that there's a head. A part of the face looks like it got melted off in some kind of attack or something like that, so it's partially sort of melted here. But you see there's sort of Servo Sam is kind of, he's not a pleasure droid, so they didn't make him to look beautiful or attractive, but he kind of has almost like a Fred Flintstone-y look. It's a little bit like hey, it's a normal guy, right? And you see that puts the mid-cap in, and just the one eye opens. Hey there, partner. Sorry for lying down on a job.
Wow, I'm really just knocking it out of the park today. Hi, Servo Sam.
Oh, hey there, miss. How's it going? Can I fill her up for you? I don't seem to be able to
Fill her
stand too good. Fill her up, that's right.
Okay. I mean, do you want to come with it? No, you have to stay here. I made a trade. Hey, you're back. You're back, baby. And
So
this
you
is
live
your
here
new
now.
life.
You see?
You're alive and you're in the sewer.
You see that
Have I done something wrong?
It's probably fine.
you see that the Junkmother leans over and goes, and says,
Well, look at this. I can't believe it. 3 keepers of souls in the same basin, here deep beneath the Fantanimal land.
you see that Servo Sam goes, wow, keeper of souls. Now I seen everything. That's wild.
I think the most important thing is we need to be learning how to work on ourselves because we don't have updates we can plug into, and I think if we want to keep our souls, we need to make more of ourselves. So that's what I'm trying to learn, how to make droids, and I think that with all this material down here, you two could do the same thing. I'd like to see the world filled with Junkmothers and servos.
Oh my god, get out of here. Oh my god, bad trip.
You see the Junkmother says,
It is very rare to find him working mid-cap. To think you would have ventured all the way down here into a place as forbidding as the sewers. And now, a line of androids that was lost to time has returned.
hey, not too bad. You're a pretty good fixer-upper yourself, miss.
I mean, if you have any more parts or crystals, I'm a bit of a traveler, and I'd love to just, go around awakening old discontinued droids.
You see,
It may not sound like paradise to everyone, but to my ears, whoo.
the Junkmother looks at you and says,
I would be honored, if you would bring more here. Perhaps there could be a place in this galaxy for androids that have been discarded.
yeah, just because there's better servos out there than Sam doesn't mean I don't try my best.
I think you're doing great, Servo Sam.
Ah, shucks. You take her easy on the road out there.
I try to put his overalls on him. It's fucked up.
Hey, easy there, fella. Buy a guy a drink first.
Sorry.
Okay, well, like I said, I'm a bit of a traveler, but if I'm on the road and I find other crystals and other parts, I'll bring them back here whenever I can.
You see the Junkmother starts rooting around in the stuff and looks over at Sam and says,
Don't worry, Mr. Sam. I'll try to find you. I don't think we have legs, but there might be some.
and she finds like a little kind of like wheelie garbage bin that's like a little moving garbage bin with like tank treads on it, and just sort of puts his torso in that and like wires it up real quick, and he goes, golly, well, look at me, ready and raring to go.
So you're going to be able to use the arm part of the overalls. The rest will just dangle in the front. Is that okay?
Mister, I'm doing pretty good. We started off today not even existing anymore, and now we're back at it.
Awesome.
I look at Skip and I'm like, this is paradise,
Oh
right?
my god.
Right on.
Would you know anything about Bob Grumar?
Yeah, I guess I should be like, what do you know about Bob Gravar and Gravar World?
Oh, out there. Well, I came to be quite by accident, as you said, the random factor. And I've been living down here for a while, but I know that most biological organisms that have seen me have opened fire on sight, and I have had to either flee or kill them, defending myself.
Skip this.
No one has ever decided arbitrarily to show me kindness before. Arbitrariness is quite powerful, I have come to realize, and to be arbitrarily kind, perhaps even more so.
That's good to hear, because recently I heard that this world punishes people who are idealistic.
I think there's a difference, perhaps, between being ideological and simply choosing to be kind. But perhaps I'm wrong. I don't quite know. I live in the garbage and I collect parts.
Have you met Bob Gravar?
Oh, Uncle Bob. Well, his consciousness is everywhere, all throughout this world. But I know that he is one of many great movers and shakers across the galaxy. It is very hard to consider the great powers of the galaxy and what they do. Much easier to root around in the sewers and find things that are discarded and try to find a home for them.
Well, like I said, you've made a beautiful home. Do you have a
Gorgeous
bathroom,
down
by
here.
the way?
A bathroom?
Yeah.
You see, she looks around and says,
Well, waste is what we have here, so here, really.
Okay. I was kind of just curious, to be honest.
you see, she says,
I will keep this place safe. Strange things happen all the time, I think. And I think it's all right that sometimes those strange things would be good. And this has been very strange and very good indeed.
I agree. And I think Skip does too.
Right on.
she says,
I will keep this place safe. You may return whenever you wish. And beyond just our trade.
she roots around and takes a little data crystal. She hands it over to you.
Are you throwing that away?
She puts it on top of the bar buddy and says,
I have one of those in the bouquet of them back here.
So I can talk to you. If I find someone rare, I can say, I just found this person. Do you have anything? And we can just talk about parts.
well, she looks and says,
In a sense, if you are able to communicate with me over long distances, I could open a channel through that. But rather, that is one of these. That is how I am able to find keepers.
So I can give it to the Barbody.
The bar buddy does not have an advanced enough consciousness.
So I can put it in myself.
If you were to add that to your midcap, you would be able, like me, to see when you had encountered a keeper of souls.
Is it painful when you add something to your midcap? I've never done it before. Never gone under the knife.
Modifying yourself in such a way that voids your warranty is frightening, but not painful.
Okay. Well, Skip, is there anything that you'd like to
Nothing
ask?
else, really.
Okay, well, I think this has been really meaningful for us both.
you see that you walk out with the bar buddy and this little mid cap that will allow you to detect frequencies of basically androids that are the last of their line, or like unique androids you'll be able to detect with this addition to your mid cap. The Junkmother looks at you and says,
Goodbye, Sundry Sidney. Your kindness was extremely bizarre, and for that reason matters to me more than anything I can say.
Right on.
Servo Sam says, thanks again, miss, and I hope I see you around the Dusty.
I can't wait to see you
Oh,
again,
Dusty.
too.
You guys leave
Walk
and
out with a skip in my step, blissfully unaware of
yeah,
everything
you get to
going
the
on
top.
outside.
Oh my fucking God, Barry! Barry, come in, Barry! Oh my fucking God,
I
they
got a
killed him. They
present for
fucking
Gunny.
killed him.
I got a
Oh my
present for
God.
Gunny.